The Washington Huskies coming off a disappointing 6-6 season. We did have some second-day draft picks, but ultimately we need to rebuild this team. We have to go get a quarterback. We're going to get two, and most notably Avery Johnson from Kansas State. This is going to be a year of uncertainty. Where will the Washington Huskies go? What will they produce? Some upperclassmen towards the top 5, though. Offensive standings, offensive ratings. But we're going to add a new team to the schedule, Delaware. And you see at that top 10-team USC second game of the season. And we're going to get our first insta-commit of College Football 26. The Huskies are booming. Season opener here against the Blue Hens. Drop it back to pass to Avery Johnson. Passing, not his strong suit. We fail to convert and nearly intercepted on the second drive. A scramble to the right, and Avery Johnson into plus territory. And a first down after the stiff arm. Moving on in the drive, Muhammad gonna get us inside the 15. We'll get our first points with a field goal early in the second quarter. Next possession, 3rd and 5. The Texas route not open. Johnson's gonna go down for a sack, knocking us out of field goal range. 3rd and long, and we'll throw another interception on the year. Avery Johnson gonna need to turn on to the running game, but another stop from the Blue Hen defense, and somehow we're down by a touchdown. The comeback route disconnected from the ball. Moving on in the drive, the QB power gonna tie up the game. Avery Johnson, his first rushing score as starting quarterback for the Huskies. Tied at 10, fourth quarter, 4th and 4, and Muhammad can't convert. Delaware, a field goal. Gonna hand it off to Bobby Stye. He's gonna pick up the first. And Avery Johnson's second rushing touchdown of the game. Gonna get us another lead. Taking no chances, Avery Johnson's gonna rush forward. Not getting quite to the end zone, but enough to end the game. Delaware taking their timeout, and he's gonna finish it. An ugly win, but one that will still be a win in the record books. Delaware leaving the Pacific Northwest as we go to sunny Southern California. And Williams gonna get a first down there. 4th and 4, dropping back to passes Avery Johnson. The pass was short of the sticks. Gotta get it to where we can at least get the first down on the catch. This drag route, unable to get to him. We've got 2 4th down failed conversions. And they're gonna say we fumbled it on this play. Clearly, he hits the ground, his bottom hits the turf. And the RPO inside of the red zone, and we'll take a lead right before the half. 3rd and super duper long. We're going to try to get this drag route. Going to be a couple yards. No, the spin move. We get to midfield. 4th and 2. QB power. Avery Johnson up the middle of the field, and he's going to give us a 2-touchdown lead over the Trojans. A 3rd and long. The drag route is there. We can't hang on to the ball. SC tying up the ball game, but Avery Johnson going to try to pick it up all on that 3rd and long. Tackled 2 yards shy, but we're going to go for it. The slant route is brought in. A minute to go. 3rd and 1 to the outside. McMillan. A couple yards shy of the red zone. With 2 seconds left, we kick the game winner. And we get a win over USC. Great way to bounce back from a disappointing game against the Delaware Blue Hens. Avery Johnson, player of the game, 80% completion percentage. A defensive battle. And now we're having the Apple Cup up in Pullman. A screenplay here. Muhammad gonna get a block there from 58 as we cross midfield on 1st and 10. Looking for a man, and it's thrown to the defender. Cougs with some pretty good field position. They would not convert. An out route to the halfback out of the backfield as Muhammad gets us past. Breaks another tackle down to the 35 into Cougar territory. That tight end on the out route wasn't open, but this one is. Williams down to the 3. 1st and goal. The handoff to Muhammad to give us an early lead over Wazoo. Wazoo, no points. We get the ball back, and out route to our tight end is going to give us another first and goal as this handed up the middle to Muhammad. 2-score lead for the Huskies. Tries to mingle with the band members. As we're going to throw a pick six. The lurk underneath. Timing the route perfectly. He goes in without a threat. Lead cut in half. Under 2 to play. Scrambling here from Avery. He gets a block. He breaks a tackle. Number 11 couldn't spear us free. This drag route's going to be intercepted. Wazoo not going down without a fight. Huskies big-time favorites coming into this ball game. Still not in the top 25. They've tied this game as Wazoo. Nice pitch and catch there. 4th and 1 to the outside is Muhammad. Will he get into the end zone? He will. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. Another 3rd and short. Looking for a tight end. Thankfully, it's not intercepted, but Wazoo with a field goal. Up the field, the crease, and a fumble from Avery Johnson. Recovered by the defense, and this could be a nightmare for the Huskies. A lot of running room here for Avery. We need some points and in a hurry. Under 2 to play. Up the seam to the tight end, breaking a tackle and into the end zone. Gonna need an onside kick. They wouldn't get it. And the Cougars, big upset. Giving the Huskies their first loss this season. We will get a 2-star commit. But our coach Prestige dropping down to a D rating. Ahmed in a loss player of the week. As we've got the Northwestern Wildcats as Williams gets us into the red zone. And from there, Avery Johnson bouncing off his own blockers into an early lead for UW. Another QB power, this time to the left. Cutting it across the grain. Avery's 2nd score of the game. I don't know if he's getting a Heisman this year. Going to need some more impressive stats. A nice RPO there. Going to try to look for the tight end again. A deep pass here to Harris. Staying in bounds. It would lead to a field goal. We'll take a 10-point lead over the Cats. A drag route. No, to the tight end. The post. Inside a circus of defenders. This wide receiver screen would be picked off. He's only got one man to beat, hurtling over the quarterback, and that's probably what's kept them out of the end zone. We're up by 3 still, up the middle of the field on the scramble, under a minute to play. Wisely getting down. Stay on the ground here. Speed burst and out to the outside. Avery Johnson to Pater. Impressive run from the senior. Sack. Northwestern getting a touchdown and now an interception. They're still in this contest. They go on to score. We'll get a conversion here on 4th and 2. Inside of the 4th quarter. We got circled, but Avery Johnson under duress. Gonna find some daylight. He's got a blocker if he can stay on the sideline. Fumbling it, going out of bounds, but the tight end here with a 1st down grab inside the red zone. We'll get another Avery Johnson rushing touchdown. Gaining the lead over the Wildcats. If we can score a touchdown on this play, we'll end the game. 4th and 7, that was to put the dagger in the heart of the Wildcats. Johnson in for another rushing score. I think we'll survive this game. Narrowly, but we will. Their player of the game, 5 touchdowns for Avery Johnson. We'll get a quarterback from Cerritos, California, a 2-star, and here he is, a 4-star, Lorenzo Lobato. Big time pickup. And this one, I think I hit the wrong button there. Not quite what I was looking for. I think we were even looking that direction. Another possible interception going to be brought in. We have 5 wide. A deep pass here to Harris, and this one is again intercepted. Avery Johnson not making the reads we need out of a man with his experience. There's another turnover there. Fresno scoring a touchdown. Breaking a tackle as our tight end as we get into near midfield. Ahmed breaking a tackle to the outside. 30, 20, 15, 10, and he's in. The dog pound, surging now. A laser to Williams for a first down. And a slot fade again to Williams. This is going to tie the game at 14. Struggling to find a rhythm on offense all day, and we've hit 2 gashers on back-to-back drives. Looking to throw the rock again to Williams as he steps out of bounds, a first down grab. Gonna need another big play down the sideline to Harris, and he's got the touchdown. Finding a way late, a deep ball. Will leave Seattle 28-21, a 4-star center commits after this game. And Siaki Matapauka, that's probably the QB of the future, the 4-star. It's a battle of W schools. Madison, Wisconsin. Avery did have a good passing game last week. I'll give him that. A couple interceptions, but he came through when we needed him. And we got a lot of running room here. Muhammad to the outside. 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. Big play on the screenplay. QB power on the next drive. We get a block there. Third down converted. Gonna go back to that same play. Bouncing off a man. Falling forward into the end zone. Avery Johnson, he's putting the game together. The RPO. Another block there. Williams down the sideline. Surging forward, a lot of momentum here. Complete domination. One side. Taking all the advantages. 3 possession lead. 4th and 10. Lofting it up for Harris. He'll come down with it. Will regain a 17-point lead after the PAT. Another RPO to the tight end. First down. Winding back into the game. I think, just a lot of things here. We're seeing Avery Johnson, he's starting to figure it out. Couple wins away from a bowl win. This RPO gets this close, and there he is. Avery Johnson finishing the drive off with a rushing score. The old Tony Gonzalez. An RPO read perfectly by the defense. He's going to spin out of Avery Johnson's tackle. Looking to pad the stats, and we pad it for the opposing team. Muhammad breaking away. 40, 30, 10, 5. Big run from Muhammad. That slant could be open. Yes, that's who we're getting to. Green Jr. down to the 1. Avery Johnson, if we can find a way to the Heisman, if we can keep on winning, these rushing and passing stats, we'll probably get him there. Another 5 touchdown day, high percentage through the air, completion percentage. And now we're getting Shaquille Wentz, 4-star running back. Things are working out great here in Seattle. Huskies, ranked opponent here. Bruins coming in, former Pac-12 contest. We'll start the game with a turnover on downs and an interception. This one's going to be returned all the way for 6, so we're in a hole early here to the 16th team in the country. 3rd and long. Dropping it down, checking it off to Hearns. Fighting his way past the 6, and from a yard out, we'll sneak it in. Avery Johnson on a rushing score. 2nd and long. Muhammad up the middle of the field. His confidence growing with every run. We'll take a field goal to finish the drive. 2nd and 3. A smash route to Williams. Gonna get us outside the red zone. So we take an injury to an offensive lineman. We can't convert on 4th and goal. Big stop there for the Bruins. Williams, a key block as Avery Johnson stiff-arming his way to a first down run. 3rd and 2. Unable to get the first down. Gonna go for the field goal. No roughing the kicker. We're down by 1. Bruins with a touchdown. We'll take a drag to Williams. He's got some running room. Gain of 25. 4th and 1. Here's the ball game to the outside. Spillman walking into the end zone in the moment of truth. A 2-point conversion to tie it. We tie the ball game on that drag route. Final play of the game. Bruins coming through with a late game field goal. Avery Johnson unable to get anything going. An interception's going to hand the Huskies their second loss of the season. Strong performance. So yeah, Avery Johnson, 1 week with masterclass, another one, a disaster. We might have had that tied in if we lofted it to him. He could have been still walking. But a deep pass here to Harris. If it's where it needs to be, we would have had a first down. This field goal boinking off the right upright. Somehow still a scoreless game here in Ann Arbor. A deep pass to the tight end, Otten, and he'll come down with it. Beating his man. We'll score our first points inside of 2 minutes. Down by 3. This interception here going to end the ball game. 6-3 disaster. No Big Ten championship game this year for the Huskies. And somehow Sarkisian ended up at Michigan. We'll start this Purdue game with a pick 6. They read that wide receiver screen like a book. Avery deciding where to throw it before the play was snapped. And now he's injured. Carrying the team. And finally we get to the RPO on the tight end. A little more air and it's probably a touchdown. We're still learning as Muhammad's going to tie the game with a touchdown on the ground. Good to get him back into the end zone. And a great play there on the play action. Big chunker. McMahon down inside the 1 and a yard out. Avery finishes the job. 4th and 2. They meet him at the wall. A defensive stop inside our own 20. And this one's overthrown and out of reach. Purdue still winning. A Texas route here could do something about that. Inside of 2 minutes, 1st and 10. Looking, get up the field. Avery Johnson safely falling down. 4th and 4 to the tight end. It's knocked away.
Not good at this game.
How we went from a win at top 10 USC, 5-1, to now 5-3, 5-4. I beg your pardon. If we don't win this game, we might not be the head coach at Washington University next season. That play not going to help us in the sleece. And a 4th down failure again. In Lincoln, top 15 team. Inside there were 3 dudes right there. What am I doing? 4th and 7. Lasering it to the tight end. And this is going to cut into the deficit. A touchdown there on the ground from McMahon. Oh, that's Muhammad. Muhammad did it. Oh boy, 4th and 6. On a frozen rope. We'll take a field goal before the half. Only down by a field goal. Big conversion there from Avery Johnson. We'll tie the game up late in the 3rd. We're going to have to grind this game out. A drag route for the 1st. It'll probably take us the 2-minute final play of the game. And we'll walk in for the score. So we're surviving. We've qualified for a bowl game if they decide to give it to us. Then we'll end up in the conference rankings. You know, the boys felt good about getting the monkey off the back, getting back on the winning column. Now we're back at home. Illinois coming in. Big scramble here. Where's the tight end going? And he caught that ball. And we fall. Oh, what are we doing, lads? Get a first down there. Pump faking over the Mike linebacker's head. A yard out. That means Avery Johnson sneaking in. Down by 6 to the outside. Muhammad. A lot of green grass. Will he be caught from behind? He will. Down to the 27. A yard out, and McMahon punches it in. A lead over the Fighting Illini now. 3rd and 1. The jet touch pass, breaking a tackle. Harris to the outside. And we'll extend our lead, 21-13. 3rd quarter. Out of the backfield, McMahon juking, spinning, and he's to midfield. Just need a field goal probably to put this game out of reach. Wide open is Bobby Stye. Down to the one, just a QB wrap up the gut, and Avery putting this game out of reach. We're still trying to pad the stats. Out of the backfield, Bobby Stye. You know we're going to love seeing him work for us later in the rebuild. He gets Spillman on the rushing touchdown category. 35-21, the final over the Illini. Try to use this momentum. Now a 2-game winning streak. Picking up some more commits. 2 3-stars. And this will probably end the regular season. It most definitely will. So we'll get the first touchdown of the game. Tied at 7. Muhammad powering his way to the logo. We're going to look for him again on the screen. Following the blocks. Just nearing the edge of the end zone. And scrambling forward for another touchdown. Avery Johnson. For him, control of this game is Muhammad forcing his way past the first down marker. 3rd and goal. Nobody's open, but coming back to it. First score of the season for number 0. Muhammad, screenplay merchant, will take a field goal later on in the drive. Staying with a 2-possession lead. Our next possession would end in another field goal. A first down here could put a wrap on things. Oh boy, a lot of green grass to the 15 and out of bounds there. A yard out. Muhammad not satisfied with wasting the rest of the clock. He wants another touchdown. That's what he'll get. Pretty decent passing completion per game the last couple of weeks for Avery Johnson. Tennessee with the Heisman Trophy winner. And our bowl game this year will be the Citrus Bowl against Lane Kiffin's. The motion seam not going to work out as we'll throw an interception to start this ball game. Big return there. And the Huskies, they turned out pretty well here in Orlando. That RPO's been doing pretty well for us all season. Going to need to use it a little bit more next year. And we can't get it to the tight end. We rarely do a play action there on 4th and 1, but we did it there. Green Jr. in the back of the end zone. That one's going to get us back into the game. How Avery saw that, man, I don't know. And our tight end just mossed 2 defenders. I think our defense just got a touchdown there, too. A fumble recovery for a score. So in a matter of plays, things flipping to the Huskies' side. We're going to knee it out from there, and somehow we're going to win the Citrus Bowl with a win over Mississippi. 9-4 the final. Avery Johnson's year as the Huskies quarterback coming to an end. If you made it this far, Georgia, national champs, UCLA